Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fabric Friday with me, your host, Mary Morningstar Johnson from Ruby and Violet Designs. I have an amazing episode ready for you guys today, and I think that this fabric line is probably the one of the fabric lines that made me decide to even do this YouTube channel. I saw this fabric a couple months ago, and the one fabric in particular that I saw sold me on the entire collection, and I hadn't even seen the entire collection yet. But the unusual color combinations for Halloween and fall, it just really struck me and inspired me, and I thought of about a million things that I wanted to make with this fabric, and so I made sure to buy plenty. And stay tuned to the end of the episode because I will have instructions of a giveaway that I'm doing of something that I made to give away to somebody. So stay tuned. So I know that it's not fall, and it is definitely not fall weather for me to even be wearing this sweater right now, but I thought that since I was going to be talking about a Halloween/fall collection of fabric, I wanted to give a little bit of a fall vibe. And two, my oldest went to kindergarten today, and I just feel like anytime school starts, it's automatically fall, right? But I know we don't want to waste away the rest of summer, and I do love summer, but I'm just excited for something new, a new season outside, and it's always exciting to refresh the decor in your home and just think about all the things that we love about the new upcoming season. So anyway, I hope that you love this fabric that I'm going to show you, and I hope that it inspires you and gets you thinking about different things that you can make with it as it inspired me. All right, here we go. I'm ready to show you the Spooky and Sweet collection that was designed and made by Art Gallery Fabric Studios for Art Gallery Fabrics. And it is complete with fun and wonder of Halloween, and it includes ghosts and witches and hats and brooms and all of the things that we think about when we think about Halloween. However, this fabric to me is a little bit different in the color palette itself. I usually tend to think of pure oranges and blacks when I think about Halloween. And I forget that you can really combine other colors and be really successful in showcasing a holiday that the colors don't necessarily have to do with that holiday. So I wouldn't probably put a really light baby pink and a more pastel purple with a Halloween collection. But in this collection, it really works, and I love those colors anyway. And so to add them to this already Halloween fabric just really gave this fabric an extra punch for me. So the first fabric that I want to show you is the fabric that, as I mentioned earlier, sold me on the collection before I even saw the rest of the collection. And that is this gorgeous pink pumpkin print. Look at this. I would have never thought of something like this for Halloween or even fall, because fall I think of much more like mustards and olive greens and leaf colors and orange pumpkins, and like I said, orange and black for Halloween. And so to see this light pink, it almost looks like a baby print, something you would find when you're looking through the baby aisle for baby fabrics. But this really is just gorgeous for a fall Halloween, and look at these little hearts in the pumpkins. I just think that every aspect was thought about, and it just was really successful. And I knew the minute that I saw this fabric that I had to have this fabric, and so I bought it. And so the next one in the collection is more of a scene something that you might want to fussy cut, but you've got all these little things going on, people trick-or-treating, the witch with her broom and the little kitty, ghosts flying around. Now this is more of a traditional Halloween print, and even the colors in the grays, the cooler grays that were used in this, it cools down the fabric and really gives you that feeling of fall, Halloween time and fall. And then they did the same version of that print with a white background as well. So it's the same thing. This one, the illustrations are adorable, and it's everything witches that has to do with witches. So the witches' boots and the witches' hats and the brooms and the bats, and it's just all things witches and the little black kitty. So I love that one too. Now this is definitely your stereotypical Halloween black and orange fabric. Something typical that I would expect. But with the whole collection, this is a really nice, almost a neutral piece to go with a little bit more of the intricate illustrations and some of the other fabrics, such as this one. And this one again is your traditional Halloween blacks and oranges, but if you look close, you see these gorgeous bouquets that bring in that purple and the pink and the mustard and the orange, and then they highlight it with the spider webs, and there's little light gray spiders within the fabric too. And so this one, I love the intricacy of the illustrations in this one, and it ties in that pink. Now the purple I'm talking about is this, and they did this more neutral all over print in the purple, and then they did it again in the orange. And so you have a couple of color options with this print. And then the broom that you saw in the illustrated scene with the witch holding the broom, there was a print done of all of the brooms. The broom also showed up in that witch's print that I showed you. And then you can't have Halloween and fall without candy corn. Like it or hate it, candy corn makes the season. So you of course need a fun candy corn print. And I like the size of these candy corns because I like a good polka dot or stripe or something in my collection to break up things sometimes, and this almost has that polka dot vibe going, but as candy corn. So it's a good size and it works well with whatever you're thinking about making for your Halloween piece. And then you have your candy, and I love how they did this candy. It's really whimsical, and it's against that same pink that the pumpkins were on. And so again, and it even incorporates a tiny little bit in certain spots of the purple. It's kind of hard to get a good read on the purple, but that purple ties in the rest of the purples too. And then you have a couple of darker prints. This one kind of reminds me of a chalkboard type print. It's a neat, it could really work well just on its own for something for Halloween. But it's a graveyard with the cat, and it's a neat print. And then this one is more of a neutral. It brings in that gray from the illustrated scene, and it shows the bats and the moon, and typical of what you would think of with Halloween. And so I like too that this fabric line, it's not typical, but then in some aspects it is. And so I like that contrast between the two. And so I like seeing them all laid out together. because you really see that juxtaposition of these light pastel colors that you wouldn't necessarily put with the collection, but then you have your traditional prints as well. So they can really sell on their own, and they can sell as a collection because they can all go together, which you will see if you watch to the end of my video how they can go together well and what you can possibly win if you watch to the end of the video and do what I ask you to. So the rest of the fabrics, these are some solids that just bring in the colors from the collection. So you have your purple, this looks orange, but it's actually more of a mustardy olive green color because this is more of your mustard color. It's more of an olive, towards an olive green. And then a pink and a bright orange and then a pastel pink. So these are really nice little pieces that just complement and go with and can break up some space or give you borders or binding or whatever you might need for your project. And then finally, we have a panel, which I love the fabrics, but I also love the panels because it really gives you a whole other option of things to make, like trick-or-treat bags or pillows or anything home decor that you can think of for your house. This panel is great. So you see the ghosts in the first one. The trick-or-treat could be great for a trick-or-treat bag. The cute little kids in costumes. Let's see if I can bring up the other three. And then you have your cute little Happy Halloween, Witch's Brew, and You Are Magic. So this panel is a great panel to again add to and complement the rest of the fabrics. So now you're probably wondering what you need to do to win this amazing little piece of home decor for yourself. And that would be to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then also follow me on Instagram and or Facebook. I'm on both as Ruby and Violet Designs. I think it's Ruby_Violet_Designs on Instagram and Ruby and Violet Designs on Facebook. And make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment in the YouTube channel itself as well. Just say subscribing or want to win the giveaway. Just something to get my attention and let me know that you've liked and subscribed and that you like the video itself. And so here we go. This beautiful table runner is made up of all of the fabrics from the entire Art Gallery Fabric Studio collection for Art Gallery Fabrics for Spooky and Sweet. And it can be yours if you follow the instructions, and make sure to leave me a comment below. And I also will be needing your contact information, just an email, or you can send me a private message to my Instagram, or you can email me at mary_morningstar@hotmail.com, and just send me your email address. That way I can hopefully get in touch with you and get your address somewhere where I can mail you this beautiful table runner. Thanks for watching. I hope that you tune in next week for next week's episode of Fabric Fridays.